Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mia's Tarot and Astrology. I am Mia, and this reading is on Sabrina Peterson. For those who don't know who she is the woman who is accusing T.I. of putting a gun up to her head back in 2007 in front of children. She said it bothered her for a very long time, and now she feels like it's time to expose him. The only problem is her exposing him allegedly brought up other victims that said that they were drugged and raped and all these other crazy sexual allegations towards T.I. and Tiny. So we're just going to take a look into Sabrina's personality just to get a feel of who she is and why is she doing this, and did these allegations come up on their own, or did she have somebody speak up? Is it a little phony, or not? So, or is she coming from a vindictive place? We're just trying to see. We're trying to look more into her, and just look at both sides of the story. I just did a whole reading on T.I. and Tiny in this whole story. You can check that out if you like. So let's get into who exactly Sabrina is. So Sabrina Peterson was born on July 20th. I don't have the exact year, but she is a Cancer. She was one of Tiny's friends. I'm not sure what year or how long they have been friends. A lot of information is not out there about her, but I do have some tea, some info that I did find about her. So let's fast forward to now real quick. Okay, so she is the CEO of a business called Glam University, which she created to help female entrepreneurs. So if you want to start a business, you will go to her for counseling. I went on her website. She has different courses that you can take to help females build a business. So that's good. Okay, so she's actually a former convicted felon in 2013 for allegedly cutting a former friend. Now, she did mention this. This is actually public information that she had went to jail. Excuse me. She had went to jail for cutting somebody. Apparently, it was somebody that was cool, but that was friends with her and Tiny. So maybe the friend did a little something with T.I. or something was moving a little shady. We don't know, but she said that she was taking up for Tiny. Now, she also had an indictment for a cannabis indictment. So she's saying that she didn't go to jail for cutting the friend. She's saying that she went for the cannabis indictment. That is yet to be seen. But let's get into exactly what's going on with Sabrina and why she want to do all this. That's just like a little back information. Her and Tiny are both Cancers. I just found that out today. So let's get into the reading. Okay, so the first question we're going to ask is, what is her reason for doing all of this? What is Sabrina's reason for doing all that she's doing? Like, what's the point? So here we have the Fool card, the Strength card, and the Eight of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. The Fool card is about taking a risk. You don't know what's going to happen. You're just going into the unknown. It's like going to a new city with like one bag, or a different state with one bag. You just gonna figure out the rest. And the Strength card is just about self-explanatory, having strength, but it's also about handling the situation in a constructive way where you're not going off, you're not getting angry and rude and things like that. That's why I think that's a lion. The lion is there, and the lion can overpower her at any time, but he's really calm and cool. So this card is about just gathering your strength, being really calm about a situation and handling it the right way. Now, the Eight of Cups in reverse is going back to a situation that you left. So as we know, she decided to go backwards. So this happened in 2007. She decided, okay, I walked away from it, but I'm going to go back to it. So this is something that's been bothering her for a really long time. Now, there was something that triggered it, because something had to trigger it. Because when you have the Fool card, it's about something telling you to just go for it. Like it's in your gut. It's like your gut instinct telling you to just go for it. Now, something, even though it happened a long time ago, she walked away from it. So something triggered her to bring this back up, and we're about to find out. Okay, so here we have a spread, and I'm going to explain this to you. We have the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Ten of Cups is a family card. It represents being close to someone, so she was very close to the family. The Knight of Wands is somebody taking an action, being impulsive. And also the Knights in the deck represents messages as well, or somebody bringing you something, and or doing something to you. And this could have been Ti with her. The Ace of Swords represents the truth, but it also represents clarity and honesty. And the Seven of Pentacles represents somebody being impatient, waiting on something, waiting on money, waiting on something, opportunities that she was supposed to get that she did not receive. The Three of Swords in reverse is somebody getting over heartbreak. And I feel like that is Tiny. So this is what I get from this. Okay, so she was very close to the family. She was very close to T.I. in the family. T.I. did not like her because of the fact she was very honest with Tiny in his affairs and what he was doing. I'm going to go out and say, now I don't know for sure, so this is alleged, that whoever she cut in the face or cut wherever she cut the person, they were sleeping with T.I. She had the energy of the friend that was not having it, and T.I. did not like that. So he never really liked her. He never really liked her. He felt that she just was basically telling all his business to Tiny, that he did not really want her to know. So T.I., even though him and Tiny did things together, T.I. would also do things on the side that Tiny wasn't aware of. And of course, I think it's been known that he slept with his assistant. So she definitely could have said something about that or felt a certain way about that. I don't know if she was around at that time, but whoever she got in a fight with, or not really a fight, but whoever lost the fight to her, actually, I'm going to say was dealing with T.I. She was very close to Tiny. See, this whole thing is not about Tiny. It's just that Tiny came out in the allegations. With Sabrina, it's not about Tiny. It's more about T.I. She feels she's so sick of him. She's so tired of him. She feels like he's phony and fake when he be talking all that political crap. She's just so over him. And I feel like with the Three of Swords in reverse, she's watched Tiny several times get depressed, upset, cry over things that he did. So this is more about how she feels towards T.I., and she feels like he should have been exposed. Now, we're going to go to the Seven of Pentacles because I feel like this is where we get to where she was triggered. With the Knight of Wands above the Seven of Pentacles, T.I. is doing something with her money, messing up her money, messing up her opportunities some type of way. So he could have messed up an opportunity for her that she was waiting for, or she could have been owed some money. I don't know if she did things for them or she helped them in some type of way, but I feel like two things. She's owed money. She could be owed money and never got it, and he said, you ain't getting nothing, going about your business or whatever. Or it could be that she had some opportunities that he kind of basically stopped. And I don't know if it's going to come out later or not, but that's what I see. So some ongoing feud with her and T.I. Definitely has went on. So now we are going to ask, why did he decide to take away her opportunities? Now we know that he didn't really care for her, but we're just going to look at what was the reason for him deciding to go forth and try to be sneaky behind the scenes and take certain things away from her that could bring her income. So we have the Empress card here. The Empress is about abundance. The Empress is about creativity. The Empress is one of the highest cards in the deck that has a lot to do with women empowerment. So I do feel like this is Sabrina. He felt like she was really doing great. Girls look up to her, and he really wanted to take her down a little bit. In his words, I hear humble, like he telling somebody like I need to humble her. Like she's just not, she's not humble right now. So I feel like they had a lot of words behind the scenes, a lot of on and off issues, and he felt like she thought she was all that, and she's very successful because the Empress is a very successful woman. So he wanted to bring her down a little bit. He was tired of her mouth. He was tired of her putting her nose in their business. He was just sick of her. So I feel like, he did not like seeing her rise and seeing her be successful when she, to him, is being rude behind the scenes to his family, or to him, really, not really to his family, but to him. The Empress is also a mother, so he definitely knew her son. I feel like he did know her son. I feel like, and yes, she does have a son, so I feel like he was close to her son. So he definitely, it's crazy, but he wanted her son to see her for who she really was. And she said that he pulled out a gun around the children. I don't know if her son was involved, but he was like, "You're not a good mother. You're not a good businesswoman," and he wanted people to know this about her. So this is a question that I want to know, because I've just been getting this feeling that this could be the case. So was she ever involved with Tiny? Did she like Tiny in a way more than friendship? And was she sexually involved with Tiny? Let's see. So this is where it gets interesting. She did have she did like Tiny more, and I feel like they did have a sexual relationship, but Tiny cut it off. The Queen of Swords is about a woman who's a friend, who's experienced, but at the same time she's very firm in what she says and what she believes in. Now, she might have had like a couple of nights where they were together and she was like, okay, this is what it is. This is all it is. It's nothing more than that. And I feel like she did like Tiny more than a friend. That's my word, and I'm sticking to it, y'all. But Tiny ended up cutting it off. So Sabrina has a lot of emotional things with her that has a lot to do with T.I. and Tiny. She did like Tiny more than friends, and they did have a sexual relationship, but Tiny cut it off, and she stayed firm to that. So let's ask, was T.I. involved? Was T.I. ever involved with Sabrina and Tiny? So let's ask, was T.I. ever involved with Sabrina and Tiny? So this is an absolute no. T.I. was not involved at all with her and Tiny's sexual whatever. And I don't even think it was that many times, but I really felt like she felt really, really close to Tiny. And she enjoyed their moments that they had together. So with this in reverse, she had her mind made up. If this was upright, if this card was upright, then she would be not sure about a decision. And the water in the background represents emotion. So she was highly emotional when it came to her. They're both Cancer, so they probably could sit there and talk to each other and cry and watch movies and talk about each other's experiences with men and just bask in each other's tears. So he did not know anything about it until Tiny told him. So let's look at how this is going to end for Miss Sabrina. Wow, that's some tea right there, y'all. Let's see how it's going to end for her. So here we have the Nine of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. So it looks like her money's and her businesses are gonna work out well in the end, but it may take some years, because with the Nine of Wands in reverse here, this is somebody who is paranoid. This is somebody who is tired of fighting. This is somebody who is getting death threats. She seems very weak right now, very exhausted. So no matter how strong she appears on social media, this woman is tired. She's drained from this situation. And I don't think she knew that it would bring up so many different allegations. But being that she has this business where she's helping women, she just feels like it's only right to give them a platform to speak. But we have the Seven of Pentacles next to the Nine of Wands. So her businesses or whatever she has going on, I haven't looked into everything that she does with Glam University, but she is still waiting. This is the same card from where T.I. was basically messing with her money, or she feels like he was messing with her money. She's basically waiting to get back on track. She's getting tired. She's like, I'm putting all this work. I did this for them. I was there for them, and I'm still waiting. Like, I need my reward too, and she's becoming very impatient, but she's also scared. So it's a lot of emotions coming out of these cards, y'all. But with the Ten of Pentacles, her family's going to be there for her. She has a good support system around her, people who do believe her, and it's going to, I feel like once it's proven in court, it's going to go to court some type of way. They're going to have to go to court regardless, whether she takes them or one of the victims take them or all of the victims take them. They're going to end up having to fight this in court some type of way. It's no way that this is escaping court at all. But with the Ten of Pentacles, she's going to come out okay. She's definitely going to come out okay. But everything, because T.I. and Tiny has so many people who really, really love them and love them as a couple, love their family. She's getting a lot of threats from people. I can't say that enough. So she's really exhausted right now, y'all. She's tired. Her confidence is becoming really low at this point, and she's trying to keep her business running and still trying to make money off of her business. Now, somebody asked me, is she being vindictive? I pulled for this a little bit in my last reading, so I did not pull a card on this, but I just will say that she does not like T.I. So it is in a way being a little vindictive, because it's like, okay, now it's like fuel to the fire. Like, she had the fire, and then she got even more fuel when all these girls came up, and all of these girls are not lying, and she just wants people to know exactly who T.I. is. So in a way, it's a little vindictive. She's pushing it really, really hard because she do not like him. But for the most part, she is basically trying to be a voice for these girls as well. And she did have a little thing with Tiny, so she did feel very close to Tiny, but I feel like she has let that go. But back in the day, it was like a really strong bond between them, but she still didn't like T.I. They never got along. So it is a little vindictive in a way, but her intentions is only to be heard. And she has her ways, which I've seen also in the reading, but her main intentions is, I need to just tell my truth. I'm sick of him looking so innocent, and so here we go. All right, so this reading was long enough. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Peace.